You're listening to Michael Boyd on Radio West Fife. Your number one on your number one.
By One Direction, all paths lead to one Direction apparently, according to Devon McHugh. We've got FifeVoluntaryAction coming up next with the Bethany Christian Trust. In the studio I have with me, I have Rob. He's from the Bethany Christian Trust, and he's a community development worker, isn't that right, Rob?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And I also have Stephen Adamson from FifeVoluntaryAction. He'll be chipping in as usual. Interrupting when need be. No. And Jock McInnes is not going to be walking in Memphis. He's going to be hiking up Mount Tobacco, hopefully with a group of supporters. It could be you. If you're listening and you're a supporter, you could become involved in this great venture. Jock?
You need two things. One, a sense of humour, and two, a sense of adventure. And if you've got bags of that, get on board and you can join me. It's not difficult. It's not out of anybody's reach.
What we do is we've obviously advertised in various ways. FifeVoluntaryAction has been committed to offering us volunteers, offer them training and equip them to go into the community. 30 people throughout Dunfermline and West Fife being supported and befriended by our volunteers.
So if you want to get some work experience in social care, then Link Living could be for you. Yes, I'm absolutely delighted to have in the studio Devon McHugh from Abbott House and Stephen Adamson from FifeVoluntaryAction in the studio. We're going to have the little things by One Direction, and it's always the little things that are found.
It's always One Direction that you find.
Direction.
all paths lead to One Direction.
All paths lead to One Direction. No.
The woman who was living there at the time, Anne Hockett, is probably the premier diarist of the 17th century. She wrote more than 1 million words, and some of those words include the 10th of October in 1690, when the fireplace fell in and absolutely gave her the terror of her life. And that is, we believe, when the central section of this mural fell in, unfortunately.
Obviously, she didn't have any household insurance.
No, she didn't. Poor woman.
Certainly, we look forward to a possible tasting session of the brew.
Hopefully so.
Live in the studio.
Well, you have to come along and join us as a volunteer then, Mike.
Yes, certainly. I'll expect a crate of beer, not just a case.
Sure, we'll see what we can arrange.
At the heart of the community, Michael Boyd on Radio West Fife.
Your number one, Radio West Fife.